guys, welcome to the very first video of this channel. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Thank you. Okay, so this channel is all about career growth. It's all about self-development, and it's all about embracing a lifestyle that helps you be the best version of yourself. Isn't that exciting? Yes, I'm super excited to kick things off, and I'll be keeping it real on this channel. I'll be sharing valuable knowledge with you all, so just stick with me till I start. Anyway, let's get started. So we're back. Today we're going to be talking about how to maximize your day, how to maximize your 24 hours. Everyone has 24 hours, and a lot of times people ask me, oh, how are you able to do so many things at the same time? I'll be doing, much more detailed videos later, but for now I want to start with the basics, how to maximize your day. Everyone has 24 hours, like I said before, and I'll be sharing several tips on how to maximize your day. Actually, 15 different tips that you can use to maximize your 24 hours. Starting with this is just like the best thing we can do on this channel. Immediately we get this right, every other thing, every other kind of advice or counsel, etc., that I'll be sharing on this channel will be very easy to follow once you've unlocked this. Now, the very first thing is to plan your next day from the day before. This is like consciously, intentionally making sure that everything that you need to do tomorrow has been noted, has been scheduled, has been, put aside and signed or something as this is for tomorrow. Sometimes as you're writing out your things for the next day, you'll be able to see some things that maybe you can move to the weekend, some things that you can do that same day. You don't need to wait for the next day. So mostly you'll be doing this like towards the evening or the night of the previous day to be able to plan for the next day. Anyone that works for you, ensure that you write it the day before. So if you don't write it, I think you should start writing. The night before the next day, I sit down and I write everything that I need to do the next day. If you check my journal, you will find out that I even have things written down for like the next 3 days, the next 4 days, because as I'm trying to plan myself, as I'm trying to plan my day, I notice that I can move some things further, because it will also help you prioritize better. You'll be able to see some items that you can move, you can shift. You'll be able to see some items that you can actually not do at all. So please, if you were not doing this before now, a day before, the night before, just take time, take about like 15 to 20 minutes. If you need that much time, sit down and plan your next day. It's a game changer. Now let's move to the second tip. So number 2 is waking up early. I mean, this is very cliche. Everyone already knows it's important to wake up early, but for real this time so waking up early has a lot of benefits. When you wake up really early, you have fewer distractions. Like, even if your phone distracts you, there are not a lot of people that are awake at that time, so you can't even, in quotes, start distracting yourself, except you start scrolling mindlessly. Yeah, we'll get to that much later. So let's say you normally wake up at 7 a.m. every morning. If you try to start waking up at 6, that's an extra hour that you can use to do some productive work. So most people like to wake up in the morning, have a quiet time. People pray. I'm a Christian, so I pray. And some other people just have a quiet time to do some deep work. When I was doing my MBA, I would wake up at 4, and then I'll do 4 to 7 for my study. And then I would now, continue my day, because I had a 9 to 5. Something I would like to say about waking up early is, if you're not used to it, like you have never, woken up early ever in your life, like you're always waking up quite late, maybe because of the kind of job you do, or just the kind of lifestyle that you live, which is totally fine. So what you can do is to, set the timer back like 10 to 15 minutes than when you usually wake up. So if you say you wake up by 7 a.m. and you want to start waking up early, you're so inspired, you're so motivated, and then you put 4:30, it might not work on first try, second try, and then you give up. So something about setting new goals for yourself or trying to adjust your lifestyle, you need to take it little by little. Consistency is the key in these kinds of cases. So if you wake up at 7, you will start with like maybe 6:50 or 6:45. Yeah, it looks like it's not really much difference, but you're trying to train your body to wake up at a certain time. And then when you're now used to like 6:45, you can go to 6:30, you can go to 6 o'clock. Before you know, you're doing 5:30. Before you know, you're doing 5 a.m. In about 6 months, you'll be wondering, oh, I usually wake up at 7, now I wake up by 5. And there's a way that you would be so used to the timing, you wouldn't need an alarm clock. So if you continue, your body would adjust. So you need to start thinking of how to arrange your day to see how you can start sleeping on time. So once it's 9 p.m., start winding down, put your phone on do not disturb, turn down the lights, just start preparing your body to sleep. I know that a lot of people will say, oh, I'm not used to sleeping so early. Their early is 9 10 p.m. They're used to sleeping like 11 p.m 12 a.m. But yeah, the same thing I mentioned about waking up early is the same thing that happens here. If you start sleeping early, your body would adjust. Waking up early actually gives you a very good start to your day. It gives you a lot of time to do some deep work. It gives you time to, like I mentioned before, to meditate, to pray. If you want to do other personal stuff, you have time to do it before the bustle of the day starts. Wake up early. This third point is something that I know a lot of people in the corporate world do, which is time blocking. I mean, some people block time to eat, they block time to go to the gym, they block time to use your calendar. Like, I won't say much on this because it's self-explanatory. You have your calendars for a reason. You don't just use it to set up meetings, for your work. You should also use it to plan yourself. So if you need to block out time for certain things, you should. So on your personal calendar, if you don't want to do that on your work calendar, you can start putting things, that you do throughout the day that you need to block time for. Time blocking is very important. If you were not doing it before, like I said, for the other points, you need to start doing that. People shouldn't always see you as someone that they can always, get in touch with. Because most times when people say, oh, Princess, can we talk now? I have to check my calendar. I have to check the things that I'm doing to see if there's any available space. If you don't have anything blocked, or if you don't have anything, planned out on your calendar, you wouldn't know when you have free time. You would think you have free time, and then you tell someone, oh, I'll be free by 2, and then you now realize that, oh, you have an appointment with someone and you didn't put that on your calendar. Please try to block your calendar. Time blocking, very, very important. So the fourth point is prioritizing deep work. So I just finished talking about how we should put things in our calendar and, block out time for very important things that we have to do. So one or some of those things should be, actual deep work. You need to be able to focus on high value tasks throughout your day. And when you want to do deep work, you're not trying to, do other things at once. You're not trying to multitask. You're trying to just focus. Prioritizing deep work actually helps you, maximize your day, in the sense that if you focus on something for 1 to 2 hours and you finish it, you won't have to come and go. Sometimes when you keep doing something, without focusing, you can spend up to 5 hours on one document. Sometimes people say, oh, I got angry one day and just sat down and I did my assignments and I finished it in 1 hour. It has happened to me before. I woke up one morning, because I write on Medium. It's in my channel somewhere down there. I woke up one morning and I just said, I need to write this thing and I need to finish it. And I sat down and I finished it. It came to me like I had the topic, I had the idea, so I just kept writing and writing and writing, reviewing, writing, reviewing. And it's really, really important that we know what those high value tasks are, first of all, and then we prioritize them to be done, because you also feel fulfilled at the end of the day that I was able to do this, I was able to do this. You can do other smaller tasks, and that will take me to my next point, which is the 2-minute rule. Anything that will take you 2 minutes or less or around that time, pick it up immediately and do it. Don't try to procrastinate or do it later. Just do it immediately. If a task comes up for you and you can do it around 2 minutes, it's called the 2-minute rule. Please get it done. Don't waste time. Don't push it. Don't say, oh, I'll do this later. Is it something I can get done now and get out of the way so I can focus on more important things? Yes, please. Just go ahead. Just do it. That's the 2-minute rule. This brings me to our next point, which is batching similar tasks. So let me just give an example. So you want to take a walk, but while on your walk, you can go to the post office to drop something you've been meaning to drop, and you can also pick up some groceries. While on that same walk, you can, just like you're taking a walk, you're exercising, but you're finding 1 or 2 things that you can do that are within your plan for that day. It's very important to batch similar tasks together. Try your best to put similar things together so that you can accomplish a lot of things at once. So just imagine that you were trying to take a walk, but then you took the walk, you came back, and then you were like, oh, I was supposed to buy bananas at the store, and then you go buy bananas, come back, and then you're like, oh, I'm supposed to pick up something at the post office. You go, you come back. Like, you've wasted a lot of time that you could have used for something else. So that's why it's important to plan before you actually do anything, because while planning, you would see that, oh, I can actually do this and this together. And you put those things together and you're able to achieve much more in a short time, actually. So that's very good. The very next point is exercising. And I was talking about taking a walk, so we're just segueing into that. So whatever you think is your version of exercising. I know some people this year, they decided that they want to take walks, they want to start running, they want to start going to the gym for strength training, etc., like myself. But yeah, it would actually help you have a good day. It would give you the strength and the vigor that you need to like just start your day and start it fresh. You can do it at the beginning of the day, you can do it at the end of the day, but it actually helps your mind, it keeps you sharp, it keeps you alert. And I would always recommend. The next point is taking regular breaks. This goes without saying, and I won't do much explanation here because a lot of people already understand this concept, but you may not have been, infusing that into your day. Take breaks. It's important. It helps you, not burn out quickly. So please take regular breaks. And that takes me to the next point, which is your sleep. You need to have proper sleep. Quality sleep is important. I already mentioned stuff about this earlier when I talked about waking up early, and then I, connected it to sleeping early as well. Some people don't prioritize, the quality of their sleep, and I think we should change. In this new year, we should try our best to, have a routine. So if you're stepping out of your routine, let it be maybe because of an emergency, because of, things that you need to do or you need to complete, but please, your sleep should be top priority. Now, our next point is decluttering your workspace or your space in general. If you have a clean and fresh space, you'll be able to do more. It's just psychological. you'll be able to do more, you'll be able to accomplish more. When everywhere is clean, is arranged, smells nice, you're able to do much more within, you know, the time allocated for that particular task. So try your best to make your surrounding as comfortable as you can, but it can always be clean. You can always afford that. You can always afford cleanliness. But when it comes to comfort, you can do what you can to make your space very cozy, very comfortable, because it ensures that you do more within that space. So we're done with the first 10 points. So we're going to breeze through the last 5 points. And the 11th point, which is the number one of the 5, is setting clear goals. You need to set clear goals. When you're trying to plan for your year, your month, your week, your day, every single thing that you're doing every day has to be connected to something, you know, has to be connected to a larger goal. So if you're doing something and you're seeing that it's not connected to any goal, you may need to, you know, think again. Make sure that you have a goal at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the week, at the end of the week, and it would actually help you. It will shift your mindset. You have to look at those goals as often as you can. Remember, when you have these very big goals, you have to break them down into smaller goals, then break those smaller goals into like weekly tasks, into daily tasks. It's going to help you manage your tasks properly and track your progress daily, weekly, monthly, as you please. But it helps with, you know, just having a focus and then, you know, doing things along that line. The next thing is the very obvious one that some people, you know, they've added it to their resolution this year, and that is limiting social media distractions. A lot of people have said when you delete the app it's better. Some other people have said when you know, put a do not disturb on each of the apps, it's better. Depending on how you want to go about it, you need to limit your social media distractions. So look at the apps that take a lot of your time. If you use an iPhone, the iPhone will tell you the apps that take a lot of your time. If you see Instagram, you're spending 20 hours out of 24 hours on Instagram, you know that that's the app to cut off, or at least to reduce. There's also a feature on Instagram where you can put the time that you want to, you know, use the app. But the thing is, some people, they get to the time and, you know, they still overstay. So just do what you think might work for you in this regard. But for many people, they've seen that when they've deleted the app entirely, they're able to focus more and have like better output. Another thing, which is a very great point, is practicing gratitude. So sometime last year I started doing something. It's called Good Things Are Happening to Me. Like, I'm alive today. Wow, I'm so grateful. You're practicing gratitude. This is something that can actually help your day. It can shift your mood. It can help, you know, just to lift the energy around you and can actually help you have a great day. I mentioned something about taking it easy, taking it, you know, little by little, small. And it's important because most of us want to rush into something because we want to see the change immediately. But then if you rush in too fast and something goes wrong, you may not have the motivation to continue, or you may even burn out because you're not used to this, your body's not used to this, your mind is not used to this. You have to start training your mind, you have to start training your body. So please be kind to yourself, take it easy, take the breaks that you need, take everything that you need, just so that you can be consistent enough to see results. So now to our very last point, which is reflecting and reviewing your day or your week or your month. It's important to reflect and review because it helps you see what worked, what didn't work, what you can do you know, better to have a better week the next day, the next week. If you saw today that so and so that you put down as a process for you to do something better didn't work for you, you have to now say, oh, how can I improve that? Or how can I take it out and replace it with something else? If something worked for you, you need to lean into that and say, oh, this really helps me achieve a lot. I want to know more about this. I want to do more of this because I achieved a lot while doing this. Also, in this reflecting and reviewing phase of your day or of your week, you need to celebrate your wins. Like if you see that you were able to achieve something, you were able to, do something that you didn't know you could, celebrate yourself. Like no matter how small it is. This last point just wraps everything up because it helps you, take a step back, look at the things that you're working on, look at how you're performing in all those things, and see how you can now improve. I'm rooting for everybody that has watched this to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to hear more in the comment section, especially people who would go use these tips and come back to let me know. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also share with your friends that would enjoy this kind of content. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.